Dear student, in the last video we were studied the ecological classification of the plants. Ecologically, on the basis of availability of water, the plants are classified into the different ecological groups. Mainly 4 ecological groups were prepared that we have already studied. So that groups are hydrophytes, mesophytes, xerophytes and halophytes. Now these different groups of plants shows the some adaptation or adaptive character for better survival of themselves in a particular environmental condition. So now we want to see what are the different kinds of adaptations are develops in the different groups of the different ecological groups of the plants in their different parts. So today we will going to studying a adaptive external and internal features in hydrophytes. You know what is mean by hydrophytes? Hydrophytes are the plants, they are growing in the plenty of water, or they are growing in a such environment where surrounding to them water is present. So in the hydrophytes, in their different parts like roots, stem and leaves, what kind of adaptive characters are developed, that we want to see. We want to see the external adaptations and internal adaptations in the different parts of the hydrophyte. First we will see what are the external and internal adaptations in the hydrophytes roots and how that adaptations are useful to hydrophytes for their better survival in the plenty of water, that we will going to see now. So we will first going to see the external ecological or adaptations or features in the root of hydrophytes. What are the different external features or ecological adaptations are developed in the roots of hydrophytes? You know, root is a such organ that is required for the absorption of water, but here the plant itself is living in the water. So is it necessary the root should be present or should be well developed? That we want to see in the adaptations. In hydrophytes, the root system is of secondary importance and given a less significant. So this first character is made clear that in hydrophytes root system has a secondary importance, means for hydrophytes root system don't have more importance whether it is developed or not. So if it is not developed, that is better for the hydrophytes because they don't have to absorb the water, and therefore hydrophyte given the less significant for the development of the roots, or the roots in the hydrophytes are poorly developed. Also in some of the hydrophytes the roots are totally absent, means there is no need of water because hydrophytes themselves are living in the water or inside the water, and that is why they don't have need to absorb water, and that is why in some of the hydrophytes like Wolffia and Ceratophyllum the root system is absent. So there is no root system. In some hydrophytes even the root hairs are absent or poorly developed. The root hairs has a function to absorb the water from surrounding and bring the water up to the epidermis of a root. So here in hydrophytes the root hairs are absent because they don't have to bring water up to the epidermis of a root, or they might be poorly developed. In Salvinia, that is one of the hydrophytes submerged in nature, the root system is compensated by the dissected leaves, means whatever function of leaf system is there, that is taken by the dissected leaves in case of the submerged hydrophytes. In some of the or most of the hydrophytes the root cap is absent. Normally the root cap is present in the all normal kinds of plants, but in hydrophytes the root cap is absent, and in place of root cap in some of the hydrophyte root pockets are present. So, this root pocket are present at the growing tip of a root. They do the two functions. They stop the growth of root and also they make a obstacle for absorption by the root. So, like this you can see these are the root pockets in Eichhornia present. So, these root pockets stop a further growth of the root and they can also make a obstacle for absorbing the water. So, such kind of modification occurs in some cases. If in hydrophytes roots are present, they may be adventitious, reduced and unbranched in nature. In some floating hydrophytes, the another roots are developed for the exchange of gases or for respiration purpose, not for the absorption purpose, and that another roots are called as aerial roots. You can see this is a figure of one of the hydrophytes. Above water surface these aerial roots are developed. So, these are the some external adaptations occurs in the hydrophytes. So, from studying these external adaptations in the hydrophytes, we can came to know that hydrophyte do not require a more developed root because they do not have need to absorb water, and that is why purposely the hydrophytes looks that how the roots will not be developed or how the roots will remain reduced, and that will be better for their survival because less amount of water goes in their body if the roots are absent or roots are reduced or root hairs are absent. These are the external ecological adaptations in the roots of the hydrophytes. Now, we will go to the another internal ecological features in the roots of hydrophytes. What type of internal adaptations occurs or are developed in the hydrophytes roots? By means of that adaptations, the hydrophytes has get some benefit for survival, or that will be somewhat the positive adaptations. With the help of that adaptations, hydrophyte can easily survive in the plenty of water conditions. So, now we will go to see the internal ecological features or adaptations in the hydrophytic root. So, first is what cuticle is absent. In the hydrophyte root, if you will take a section of root, then you will see that in most of the root epidermis, above epidermis, there is a absence of cuticle. If present, the cuticle is thin or poorly developed. Why such thing is happen? Because cuticle is absent because the root has to throw the water outside. Root do not have to store the water, and so that is why the cuticle is absent, or it may be thin or poorly developed. Also in root internally, the epidermis is single layer and thin walled parenchymatous, because the root do not have to pierce the soil or hard surface, and that is why the roots are with a single layer of epidermis, and the epidermis is also made by the parenchymatous type of cell, and this epidermis can also be absorb water in place of the root hairs, water and minerals directly from the surrounding. Means function of root can also be overtaken by the epidermis of the root. The next internal adaptations we can see in the hydrophytic roots, the cortex are well developed. They may be differentiated as a external or outer cortex and inner cortex. The cortex is made by the parenchymatous cells. The external cortex of the hydrophytic roots get differentiated in a air chambers or air cavities. Large number of air cavities or air chambers are developed in the outer cortex of the root. So, you can see in this figure, this is a single layer epidermis, this is what a portion of outer cortex, and all these are the cavities, air cavities. Large number of cortex is occupied by the air cavities. So, why this thing is happen? Because these air cavities in case of hydrophytes, helps them to exchange of gases, and also these air cavities store air, and because of that stored air the hydrophyte get the buoyancy, and because of that the hydrophyte get help to float on the surface of water because of this large number of air cavities developed in the root inside. Also the another internal character in the root, that is vascular tissue are not well developed. You know the function of vascular tissue is what? The absorption of water and minerals. One kind of vascular tissue absorb water and minerals from the soil. So here vascular tissue are poorly developed, and they shows the presence of tracheids only. Tracheids are the close ended elements, xylem elements, and they do not help for the absorption. They only help for the lateral conduction of the water. So here you can see in the vascular tissue the vessels are absent, and why vessels are absent? Because there is no need to absorb or conduct the water for the hydrophytes. That is why the vascular tissue are remain poorly developed, they are less differentiated. But in case of some of the submerged kind of hydrophytes, the vascular tissue are seen well developed. Now you can see this is what one of the representative figure of the transverse section of the root of hydrophyte. This is a root of Eichhornia, that is a free floating kind of hydrophyte. You can see this internal structure, single layer epidermis without cuticle, then outer cortex with a plenty of air cavities, then inner cortex, that is also parenchymatous, and you can see this is what a steel or vascular tissue, single layer epidermis, pericycle, less developed xylem cells and phloem cells are there, and at the center pith is present. So these are the some adaptations. Because of these adaptations, the roots of hydrophytes help the hydrophytes for the better survival in the water condition. In the next video we will see the ecological adaptations in the stem and also in the leaves of hydrophytes. Thank you.